In time, Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to Hillsboro High School, where we've got high school baseball coming up for you with the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros taking on the Mayport CG Patriots. How you doing? I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com. Our pregame show is brought to you by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. As you might imagine, these teams have not been able to play too many games this season. Mayport CG comes in with a record of 1-1. The Patriots getting a win over Hatton Northwood on Monday by a count of 22-2. Hillsboro Central Valley has a 2-2 record on the season. This is the second of a four-game homestand for Hillsboro Central Valley. They lost on Monday to Larimore here by a score of 8-6. We are coming to you from the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union broadcast booth. Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro. Home, auto, business, life, farm insurance. Visit the agency in downtown Hillsboro or call 701-435-5777. We'll go through our pregame coaches interviews and then the starting lineups. All that coming up after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Don't buy that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them, Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsboro.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products, to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
You know, parenting is hard for all of us. And so providing those little resources that we can share for those conversations that are hard to have, and to kind of be that icebreaker for both professionals, parents, and then open up that conversation to the more engaging conversation that's needing to be had.
Being a parent myself, oftentimes it's the simple things that make a difference.
As a busy parent myself, just engaging with your kids, making it an everyday thing so they know that you're there, they can always come to you when those difficult situations do arise.
Contact Trail District Health Unit in Hillsboro for more information.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. We'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Back at Hillsboro for high school baseball as Hillsboro Central Valley taking on Mayport CG. Our pregame interview is brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. Benjamin Strand, the coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, joins us now. And you guys are off to a 2-2 start this year, I understand. How's the season been going for you?
Yeah, we've had our ups and downs throughout the first 4 games. We've had some really bright spots and some spots we found we need to button up and work on, especially defensively. So we're hoping to keep our bats, keep getting in the right direction, and kind of right our defensive woes a little bit. But, we've done well on the mound, but we just got to get our defense working behind them.
Do you have a lot of guys back from last year's team?
Yeah, we had 4 people that graduated out of the starting lineup, so we've been trying to fill that in with some guys throughout the year. A couple of them are seniors that hadn't gotten a chance before this, and Tyson Sunby and Elijah Smallbeck. Those 2 kind of been waiting their turn, and now they're getting a shot. And a couple sophomores as well, and Bryce Miller and Austin Cotton. So far they're the guys filling in those spots, and it's been working pretty well, and we'll hopefully see them keep working in the right direction.
If I remember right, you defeated Larimore on Tuesday. How did that game go?
We lost to Larimore.
Sorry.
No, that's right. We lost by 2. We gave them a 5-run lead to start the game, a couple innings in, and we had to keep clawing to get out of it, but we just couldn't quite get there. So it's nice to get back out here, and hopefully the weather stays with us so we can get a chance to get another reaching game in here and hopefully right the ship a little bit.
What do you think the strongest points of the Burros will be this season?
I've said this from the start. Our pitching, we've had a couple innings here and there that were a little rough, but we got Chase Affley on the mound, and he's our number 1. So we look for him to kind of control the game from the start, and guys are confident when he's on the mound, and I feel like that's probably one of our biggest strengths.
Now, Mayport CG, as you said, this is going to be a region game. What do you know about the Patriots?
Well, I know they're well coached. Coach Barry's always had them well prepared, and they usually are in the right places at the right times. You don't get away with free stuff usually, and they're good at holding runners and not giving anything for free. So we know we're gonna have to earn things. We're gonna have to have good at bats, and we're not gonna get anything for free.
All right, we'll look forward to what happens. Best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Benjamin Strand, coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Our pregame interview is brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, dhb.bank. We'll continue with our pregame show from Hillsboro after these words on yourliveevent.com.
The city of Hillsboro invites you to make Hillsboro your home. If you're looking for a new home or a job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. Enjoy a quality family life with community, education, church, entertainment, and more. For all neighbors and those driving through the region, we welcome you to come and shop with the businesses in Hillsboro. If you have questions related to services available in the city of Hillsboro, contact the Hillsboro City Office at 701-636-4620.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the True Grade Pull-Type Bulldozer Blade from Degelman Industries. At 34 inches, the True Grade is the tallest pull-type bulldozer blade in its class. Our streamlined design will make cleaning ditches, grading roads, digging ditches, leveling fields, and moving snow easier and more efficient than ever. The Degelman True Grade, engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hi, I'm Preston Ettinger with Lux Wealth Advisors in Mayville. At Lux Wealth Advisors, we believe financial planning is about more than numbers. It's about your future. We provide small town service with big company resources.
Hi, my name is Hunter Torgerson at Lux Wealth Advisors. As your neighbors, we understand the unique challenges you face.
Whether you're saving for your child's education, planning for retirement, or starting a business, we're here to help every step of the way.
With personalized strategies tailored just for you, we help turn your financial dreams into achievable goals. Lux Wealth Advisors, your trusted partner for a brighter financial future.
We continue with our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. Alex Berry is the coach of the Mayport CG Patriots, off to a 1-1 start. I understand your win on Monday, you really got the bats heated up against Hatton Northwood.
Yeah, absolutely. The boys did a nice job from the get-go of being ready to roll, and yeah, we had good results there from the perspective of offensively. Guys were attacking, they were ready to rock and roll, they were ready to hit and ready to play the game, so it was positive to see.
But the only negative with a game like that, I assume it ended before 5 innings or thereabouts. How much work does your pitcher get in?
Well, we got guys in there. We got 3 guys who came in and pitched for us, so it was good from that perspective. We want to get as many guys on the mound as we can this time of year, so we're looking forward to progressing here over the next few weeks and getting guys on the mound and lengthening them out and building up stamina, so looking forward to that.
What do you see as the strong points of the Patriots this season?
Well, I think, just putting together a team effort and locking in every pitch and improvement. I think we have guys who get along pretty well and guys who are looking for opportunities of growth and improvement. So that's what we want to do every day. We want to improve, and hopefully by the end of the year we're playing our best baseball.
How many guys do you have back from a year ago?
Quite a few. Big group of juniors and sophomores. We did lose 4 seniors, but we had 6-7 guys who have returned with some experience here, and we look to call upon them to take the lion's share of responsibility for different sorts of things, and we have other guys that we feel like can step up. So, from that standpoint, it should be fun to see how we grow and fun to see how we handle adversity and all those sorts of things.
Alex Erzvold will be pitching today. Tell me a little bit about him and what he throws.
Yeah, Alex is in the zone a lot. He works at a great tempo. We like that he's around the zone. We like that he holds runners well. We think that, he can do a lot of really good things on the mound. So we look forward to him doing that and for him to continue to grow and work on different things. But we think he gives us a very good opportunity to compete and do a nice job. So we're looking forward to the opportunity here today.
And this being a region game, what are going to be the important things for you today?
I think locking in every pitch. I think being aware, being focused, just controlling what we can control, which is ourselves. We want to do that every single day. We look forward to the opportunity. We have a lot of respect for HCV, and we look forward to going to competition against them.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you, Joe.
That's Alex Berry, coach of the Mayport CG Patriots. Our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. We'll be back with the starting lineups as Hillsboro Central Valley takes on Mayport CG after these messages on YourLiveEvent.com.
Weather and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Central Valley Schools has provided me with so many opportunities. Whether you are in the sports, the arts, or any other activities, there's something for every student to get involved in, and the teachers are pretty cool. I'm Tyson Sumby, a senior at Central Valley High School. My favorite thing about Central Valley High School is the community because we are well put together. Find your favorites at Hillsboro Central Valley Schools. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The City of Hillsboro invites you to make Hillsboro your home. If you're looking for a new home or a job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. Enjoy a quality family life with community, education, church, entertainment, and more. For all neighbors and those driving through the region, we welcome you to come and shop with the businesses in Hillsboro. If you have questions related to services available in the City of Hillsboro, contact the Hillsboro City Office at 701-636-4620.
And welcome back to Hillsboro. Joe Lancello with you as we come your way from the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro broadcast booth. Home, auto, business, life, and farm insurance. Visit the agency in downtown Hillsboro or call 701-436-5777. And time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. Starting first for the Mayport CG Patriots, who are taking their final infield practice now. Leading off will be the left fielder, Bricker Johnson. Hitting second at shortstop, Sawyer McGillis. Hitting third, the center fielder, Connor Doctor. Batting cleanup at third base, Caden Hogfuss. Batting fifth, the catcher, Easton Hansen. Hitting sixth, the pitcher, Alex Arsvold. Batting seventh at first base, Samuel Weaver. Batting eighth in right field, Case Judish. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Aiden Arsvold. Coach Alex Berry's starting lineup for the Mayport CG Patriots: Johnson, McGillis, and Doctor, Hogfuss, Hansen, and Alex Arsvold, Weaver, Judish, and Aiden Arsvold. Now for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Leading off will be the catcher, Tyson Leshuk. Batting second, the shortstop, Austin Cotton. Hitting third, the pitcher, Chase Halfley. Batting cleanup for the Burros at first base, Riley Richter. Hitting fifth, the center fielder, Alexander Duffner. Batting sixth at third base, Braden Chenault. Hitting seventh in right field, Bryce Miller. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Elijah Smallbeck. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Tyson Sunby. Coach Benjamin Strand's lineup for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros: Leshuk, Cotton, and Halfley, Richter, Duffner, and Chenault, Miller, Smallbeck, and Sunby. And those are our starting lineups, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. And we'll be back with more when we return to Hillsboro for today's varsity baseball game between Hillsboro Central Valley and Mayport CG after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Time to kick off another exciting and fun-filled school year. Everyone at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead hope we all can join together and make it a successful and safe school year. If you're driving near school buildings, at school bus stops, please watch carefully for children. Welcome back, students, teachers, staff, and administration from Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
The vision of the Findlay Sharon Public School is to educate today's learners for tomorrow's world. The mission of the students and staff is to have the power, pride, opportunity, wisdom, effort, and relationship to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Through this effort, students at the Findlay Sharon Public School will become well-rounded, confident, and responsible individuals who aspire to achieve their full potential. To learn more, visit FindlaySharonSchool.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Ironhide, we like to have our sales guys cater to the owners of the businesses or the customers that they're trying to help out to actually find a solution to their problem. We understand that customers have a job to do, and we strive to keep that job going without interruption.
We've invested so heavily in this facility, but bigger than that, in the people.
Welcome back to Hillsboro. Joe Lancello with you. High school baseball in just a few minutes. As we check our forecast, earlier today there were a few showers that came through the area. And about 1/10 of an inch of rain fell here at Hillsboro. Right now we've got cloudy skies, 47 degrees. Wind from the north at 16 miles an hour, gusting to 25 miles. Makes it feel like it's 32 degrees. Humidity at 71%, so you can understand why sweatshirts and long sleeves are the order of the day here. And just a reminder for Hillsboro fans, their schedule was changed. They were scheduled to have a home game on Monday against Midway Minto. They still will have a game, but it will be against Grafton this coming Monday. It'll be the Burros taking on Grafton again on Monday, and then their next game will be on Tuesday here at home again, taking on the Thompson Tommies. Mayport CG will be going to Hatton Northwood on Monday, Hatton more specifically. And we'll be right back with the opening pitch after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Provided me with so many opportunities. Whether you're into sports, the arts, or any other activities, there's something for every student to get involved in, and the teachers are pretty cool. I'm Lex Ellingson, a senior at Hillsboro High School. My favorite thing at Hillsboro High School is hanging out with my teammates after school, because it's helped me grow as a person and have fun in my community. Find your favorite at Hillsboro Central Valley Schools. This message is from Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Bring the kids along and have them try out the skee ball and foosball table while you browse jerseys, hats, and other items. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles in Hillsboro.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Welcome back to Hillsboro, as the Burros will take on the Mayport CG Patriots in Class B Region 2 baseball. Right-hander Chase Heffley on the mound for Hillsboro Central Valley. Third year on the varsity. Riley Richter, I know, had pitched on Monday for the Burros in their 8-6 loss to Larimore. And as it's still rather early in the season and we are in the stereotypical cold northern Midwest, and this is a day that lives up to that stereotype or why it exists, it'll be interesting to see how much Chase Heffley will be allowed to pitch today. Pitchers are on pitch counts, of course, as part of high school baseball, but you wonder if that leash will maybe be a little bit tighter due to the cold weather. It does appear we'll be able to get this game in without the possibility of rain. Apparently that has gone through and will not wetten our doors again. Rickard Johnson, the left fielder, is standing in now. Johnson batting .429, 3 for 7 on the season. No runs batted in. First pitch is ball one, and we're underway. Our scoreboard brought to you by Tim Gazette Seed Golden Harvest and a called strike 1-1. 300 feet down the line and left here at Hillsboro. The 1-1 pitch is a called strike 1-2. It's a rather shorter poke to right, 285. And that missed low and away 2-2. Straightaway center field is 365. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on, grounded slowly. Picked up by the third baseman. A throw to first will just be in time. Braden Chenault with a nice play on a slowly hit ground ball. One up and one down for Mayport CG in the top of the first inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Sawyer McGillis.
This will bring up Sawyer McGillis, the shortstop. Righty to righty, first pitch well outside ball one. Another thing about the ballpark here at Hillsboro, there is a lot of room between home plate and the backstop. Swing and a fly ball hit into left center field, and they're going to watch it go. Sawyer McGillis over the left center field fence, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Patriots.
Now batting number 24, Connor Doctor.
That one just seemed to carry, and next thing you know, it's out of the yard. Now Connor Doctor, the center fielder, a left-handed batter, stands in. There was an appeal to first if McGillis didn't touch the base, but the umpire saying he did indeed. First pitch, high ball 1-0. Halfley working quickly. Here's a bunt popped foul just past the Patriot dugout on the third base side. Count evens 1-1. There's a story about the early New York Mets, and they had a guy named Marv Throneberry who was kind of filled the lovable loser type role. He had hit a triple, an apparent triple, off-speed pitch, cut the outside corner 1-2. But Throneberry was called out on an appeal because he missed first base. The 1-2 pitch, outside 2-2. As Mets manager Casey Stengel was going to come out to argue the call, his first base coach stopped him and said, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down now, the first strikeout of the game for Chase Halfley. Now the third baseman, Caden Hogfoss, will stand in. Well, Stengel was going to argue that his batter had missed first, and then the first base coach stopped him and said, don't, Casey, he missed second base too. 0-1 to Caden Hogfuss, the third baseman. That's in for a strike, 0-2. 1-0 Mayport CG on a one-out home run here in the top of the first by Sawyer McGillis. The 0-2. Off speed, strike 3 called. Second strikeout of the inning for Halfley. But Mayport CG get on the board on their only hit, a home run by Sawyer McGillis. No errors and nobody left after a half inning on the Tim Kazed Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Mayport CG 1, Hillsboro Central Valley come to bat on YourLiveEvent.com.
Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moll. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, and right-hander Alex Arsvold has a 1-run lead to work with. Yes, Sawyer McGillis with a solo homer in the bottom of the first inning is separating the two teams. As the Burros come to bat for their first time today, it'll be the catcher Tyson Lushik to start it off. Righty against righty. Fastball sails outside, ball 1. Lushik will be followed by the shortstop Austin Cotton and pitcher Chase Halfley. Outside again, 2-0. Easton Hansen behind the plate. The 2-0, off-speed pitch in for a strike, 2-1. Samuel Weaver playing first base for Mayport CG. Aiden Arsvold at second, Sawyer McGillis at short, Caden Hogfuss at third. That's high and away, 3-1 to Leshuk, who could also do some pitching for the Burros this season. Wide open stance, looks at a strike, 3-2. When I say an open stance, his front foot is behind his trailing foot. So his body is open to the pitcher. Swinging a ground ball through the hole, left side for a base hit. McGillis knocked it down but couldn't stop it. That'll be an infield single, first hit of the day for the Burros as they get their leadoff man on. This will bring up the shortstop, Austin Cotton. Benjamin Strand, the head coach, coaching at third base, giving signs. There's a lot of foul territory here, too. Sap throw to first as Leshuk dives back in safely. He got in a pretty good lead. Arsvold working out of the stretch. Runner goes, pitches high, throw to second is way outside. No chance for Leshuk to try to advance to third. That throw was well high and well to the first base side of the second base bag. So quickly a runner in scoring position now for the Burros with nobody out and a 1-0 count on Austin Cotton. A look at second, swing and a miss, 1-1. Pitcher Chase Hafley on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. Low pitch, 2-1. The outfield for Mayport CG from left to right, Brooker Johnson, Connor Doctor, and Case Judish. Judish playing well off the line in right. Check swing, and a strike, 2-2. I'll tell you, anything hit down the right field line now, you've got to give the batter's going to get two bases. 2-2 pitch, low, 3-2. Burros down 1-0, bottom of the first inning. Arsvold looks in for the sign. Payoff pitch. Grounded to third. Looks the runner back at second. The throw to first is in time. No, it wasn't time, but it was dropped. And the Burros with runners at the corners. And nobody out.
Now batting for your Burros is number 2.
That's an error on the first baseman, Cotton, or the first baseman, Weaver, as he dropped the ball. Literally. He may have been looking to see Leshuk because once the ball was thrown by the third baseman, Hogfuss, Leshuk took off for third. So runners at the corners, nobody out for the Burros as pitcher Chase Hafley comes in. Swing and a foul, back strike one. Cotton at first, Leshuk at third, nobody out. Burros trailing 1-0 here on the bottom of the first inning. On an overcast, blustery day in Hillsboro. Righty against righty. Throw to first, and Cotton dives back in safely. Patriots thinking about the possibility that Cotton might try to go for second, and then the runner at third would come home on a delayed double steal. Another throw to first. There is also an advantage for Hillsboro Central Valley, if Cotton does steal second, that'll take out the possibility of a double play. Now Hafley calls time. Hafley back in. High and away, 1-1. First baseman Riley Richter on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows down 1-0 bottom of the first, but threatening with runners at first and third, nobody out. Cotton back in safely there, and it seemed like his lead might have been a step too far, but he got back just in time. Alex Arsvold looks in. 1-1 pitch, runner goes. It pitches a strike. The throw attempted to be cut off in front of second base, but the throw was wild, and that will allow Leshek to come in and tie the game at 1. So Hafley still with a runner in scoring position. And nobody out in a tie game. Inside pitch swung on, grounded slowly to short. Knocked down by the shortstop McGillis, and everybody's safe.
Now batting for your Burros, number 15, Riley Richter.
Cotton held his ground at second. He was credited with a stolen base, by the way. And a throwing error on the catcher, Hansen, allowed Leshek to score. And Hafley knocked the ball, or McGillis at shortstop knocked the ball down, then he fell down. Here's a swing and a drive into left center field, and that is going to fall in for a base hit. Cotton goes to third and gets the stop sign. The Burros with the bases loaded, and still nobody out. This will bring up Coach Alex Berry of Mayport CG to have a chat with his pitcher and maybe just calm down his infielders too. Call that an error on the shortstop McGillis on the Hafley at bat. This break brought to you by Nodak Insurance Agent Brad Richter. For all your insurance questions, see Trumbull County's agents with answers. Agent Brad Richter in Hillsboro and Sales Associate Nick Preston in Mayville. Nobody out, a 1-1 game in the bottom of the first, and the bases are full of Burros. Cotton at third, Hafley at second, and Richter at first. Second hit of the day for Hillsboro Central Valley. They've also taken advantage of a couple of errors this inning. Alexander Duffner will come to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out. Chance to break a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the first inning. Duffner, right-hand batter. Patriots have the infield up at the corners as Duffner looks at a pitch just outside for ball 1. McGillis at short and Eden Arsvold at second are up halfway. That's high 2-0. Third baseman Braden Chenault on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. (2-0 pitch. Caught the outside corner 2-1. Again, Judish in right field, way over toward right center, and especially with the first baseman playing off the bag, anything down the right field line, 2 bases at least. Called strike 2-2. And depending on the speed of the base runners, that could anything hit there could clear the bases. 2-2. Swung on, hit over and out of here. Count stays even at 2-2. Oh, a balk has been called. Okay. So there's no runner at first. A run has come in to score, and the Burros are up 2-1. A balk allows Cotton to score. There's a pitch high, held up 3-2. So Cotton scores on the balk. Halfley goes to third and Richter to second. Duffner, tall right-hand batter, swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the inning here in the bottom of the first. And the Burros with a couple of unearned runs. Still runners at second and third, and one out for third baseman Braden Chenault. Braden, a junior. He also does some pitching for Hillsboro Central Valley, just not today. Righty against righty. Outside ball 1. Chenault was at the R&J Broadcasting Good Student Award Banquet this past Sunday at Ada Borup West. Braden, a winner of our Good Student Award during the course of the school year. Ardswell with a throw to third as the runner gets back there. Halfley on third, Richter on second. 1 out, 2-1 Burros. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Right fielder Bryce Miller on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. Runners lead off second and third. And another throw to third. And something else the Burros should probably keep in mind is that a pitcher can fake throwing to third. You cannot fake a pickoff throw to first. And you can fake a pickoff throw to second. Just not to first. That's low and away. I believe that count is 2-2. The scoreboard may be off a bit here. Swing and a foul at the plate. Still 2-2 to Chenault. Halfley on third, Richter on second with 1 out. 2 runs in for Hillsboro Central Valley. They're in front 2-1 over Mayport CG. Joe Lancella with you on YourLiveEvent.com. Chenault standing back in the right-hand batter's box. Here's the 2-2. High and away, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Caught the outside corner, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Alex Arsvold. 2 down in the bottom of the first. Still runners at second and third for right fielder Bryce Miller. Bryce, a sophomore. I'll guess he's not superstitious as he wears the number 13. Called strike, 0-1. Runners lead off second and third. Burros with 2 runs here in the bottom of the first. They'd like to add to that. And that's outside, and it gets away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Halfley to score to make it 3-1. So the Burros have their 3 runs, none of them driven in with a hit. A catcher's error, an error on the catcher, a balk, and now a wild pitch have produced the runs. 1-2 the count now on Bryce Miller. Richter, the runner at third with 2 down. Here's a swing and a foul into the screen. Still 1-2. Left fielder Elijah Smallbeck on deck for the Burros. I was talking about pitch counts earlier. I'm not sure what Arsvold's pitch count is. Here's a swing and a ground ball down the third base line. It's fair. 1 run will score, and that'll make it 4-1 as an RBI single brings in Richter.
Number 3, Elijah Smallback.
Hit down the third base line. Honkfuss just not able to get a glove on it. Smallbeck, another right-hand batter. That's an interesting-looking bat he has. First pitch, a called strike. I wonder if that is a number 2 brand bat, because it sure does look like a number 2 pencil. Righty against righty. Throw to first and the runner well off the bag. They've got him caught. And they fanned on a tag attempt. And now they got him. One, 3, 4. And I'm not sure it was who finally made the tag, but that retires the side. But Hillsboro Central Valley take the lead, 4 runs with 2 hits. There were also 2 errors plus a balk. 3 errors plus the balk, and no runners left. After a half inning on the Tim Kazed Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Mayport CG 1. More baseball after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source, helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, with receiving stations in Sharon, Larimore, Devils Lake, Wilton, Washburn, Lincoln, East Grand Forks, Grafton, and Garski. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or 701-847-2622.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Catcher Easton Hansen to lead it off for Mayport CG in the top of the second inning. First pitch missing, ball 1. Hansen, the number 5 batter in the Patriot batting order. He'll be followed by pitcher Alex Arsvold. Swing and a grounder foul, fielded well by Patriots coach Alex Berry. Count evens 1-1. Hansen will be followed by pitcher Alex Arsvold and first baseman Samuel Weaver. Chase Halfley winds. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Patriots got a 1-out homer in the first by Sawyer McGillis. Swing and a blooper into right center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Second hit of the day for the Patriots.
Alex Arsvold.
Brings up Alex Arsvold, the pitcher. We will see a courtesy runner at first base for the catcher.
Courtesy runner number 15, Tristan Bremer.
And this will be Tristan Bremer. There are 2 Bremers on the Patriot team. The other is Patrick. First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner to Alex Arsvold, the pitcher. First left-handed batter we've seen in the May. Oh, no, I take that back. I think somebody earlier was. Here's a throw to first. And Bremer is back safely. Halfway out of the stretch. The 0-1 runner going, throw to second, will not be in time. So Bremer with a stolen base. Count is 1-1 to Alex Arsvold. Burrows getting 4 runs in their half of the first inning. Couple of singles, 3 errors, a balk, and a wild pitch. Fastball inside, 2-1. I misspoke earlier. The Burrows had 3 hits in the first inning. Half swing cost him. Righty against lefty is Bremer with a leadoff second. A long look at second. Now the 2-2 swung on off the pitcher's foot to the second baseman. Couldn't hang on to it, and everybody's safe. That'll be a single as that ball hit halfway in his right foot and ricochet toward the second baseman, and those unexpected bounces can get you. So now runners at the corners for Mayport CG with nobody out. Third hit of the day for the Burrows. For the Patriots, rather. Now the first baseman, Samuel Weaver, looks at a pitch inside ball 1. Mayport CG not using a courtesy runner for the pitcher, swinging a slow grounder to first. Richter had a look towards second, but instead will jog toward the bag. And he actually looked the runner at third, Bremer, back. So Arsvold, the only one who advanced. And that's the first out of the inning.
Guys, number 12, Case Judish.
Now right fielder Case Judish, who chooses to keep his hoodie on as he looks at a pitch high, ball 1. Arsvold at second, Bremer at third with 1 out. Patriots trailing 4-1 top of the second. There's a called strike, 1-1. Second baseman Aiden Arsvold on deck for Mayport CG. Halfley from the line with nobody on first, but time called as pitcher and catcher need to agree on signs or something. More baseball coming your way on yourliveevent.com on Monday. We'll be back here at Hillsboro Central Valley with the Burrows taking on Grafton instead of Midway Minto. Fastball inside, 2-1. Nice job of getting away from that one by Judish. Josh Boyko will bring that game for you Monday with the Burrows hosting Grafton here on yourliveevent.com. Strike 3 called. Well, the scoreboard said 2-2. That's why I thought it was strike 3. Apparently not. 2-2. Righty against righty as Halfley deals. High and away, 3-2. First base is open. Payoff pitch, low and away, ball 4. The bases are loaded. First walk allowed by Halfley. So the bases loaded for Aiden Arsvold, the second baseman. And he's getting a few words from Coach Alex Berry before he comes to the plate. And speaking of words from a coach, Benjamin Strand, the coach of the Burrows, comes to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher, catcher, and infield. And this break brought to you by Nodak Insurance Agent Brad Richter. For all your insurance questions, see Trail County's Agents with Answers. Agent Brad Richter in Hillsboro and Sales Associate Nick Preston in Mayville. Bases full of Patriots with one out. Bremer on third, Alex Arsvold on second, Judish on first for Aiden Arsvold, the left-handed batter. Halfley's first pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. Left fielder Brooker Johnson on deck for Mayport CG. Patriots down 4-1 here in the top of the second, but they've got the bases loaded with one out. Swing and a miss, 0-2. In with a good cut at a pitch toward the outside part of the plate. Here's the 0-2. That's way outside, 1-2. One out, top of the second. Bases loaded for Mayport CG. They trail 4-1. In the dirt, 2-2. Now time called as catcher Tyson Leshuk wants a new baseball. Two on the way. Caught the outside corner, strike three. That's two down, and that's the second strikeout of the day for Chase Halfley.
Batting number 2, Bricker Johnson.
This will bring up the top of the Patriot batting order, and left fielder Bricker Johnson, he had grounded to third his first time up. Halfley still has the bases loaded to do it with. Pitch high and away, ball one. Riley Richter at first base for the Burros. Tyson Sunby at second. Austin Cotton at short. And Braden Chenault at third. Swing and a miss. 1-1, one after a low one. Hillsboro Central Valley outfield. Elijah Smallbeck in left. Alexander Duffner in center. And Bryce Miller in right. Here's the 1-1. Half swing, yes, a strike, 1-2. Shortstop Sawyer McGillis hoping to get a chance to bat here for Mayport CG. He's on deck. And the 1-2. Off speed, swing and a miss. And that will end the inning. So the Patriots the Burros using their get out of jail free card here in the top of the second. No runs, 2 hits plus a walk, no errors, and Mayport CG left the bases loaded. After an inning and a half on the Tim Kazet Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Mayport CG 1. More baseball in a moment on YourLiveEvent.com.
With your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
We go to the bottom of the second inning from Hillsboro. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burros with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Elijah Smallbeck, the left fielder, followed by second baseman Tyson Sunby and catcher Tyson Leshuk. Smallbeck was at the plate when Bryce Miller was picked off trying to steal to end the first inning. Righty against righty. Pitch sails outside, ball one. Burrows getting 4 runs in their half of the first inning. Strike 1-1. They had 3 hits. They also had some help with 3 errors plus a balk and a wild pitch. That caught the outside corner as Alex Arsvold took a little bit off that. One and two now to Elijah Smallback. Strike 3 called. That just caught the inside corner. Third strikeout for Alex Arsvold.
Now batting number 1, Tyson.
1 up and 1 down for the Burros in their half of the second inning. Now Tyson Sunby, the second baseman, stands in. Fastball low and away, ball 1. Both teams looking to get on the good side of 500. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Hillsboro Central Valley 2-2 on the year. Mayport CG 1-1. Strike call 1-2. It is still early in the season, but again, you want to be on that plus side of 500. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back Burrows rung up. That's 4 strikeouts now for Alex Arsvold. 2 up and 2 down. In the bottom of the second inning, bases empty for the Burros. This brings up the leadoff batter, Tyson Leshek, who reached an infield single, called strike, and scored on a throwing error by the catcher, Easton Hansen. Strike called 0-2. Righty to righty. And excuse me, swing slowly to third, fielded by Hogfuss. The throw in time. Good play by Hogfuss. And that ends the second inning. Hillsboro Central Valley, nothing across, 3 up and 3 down after 2 innings on the Tim Kazet Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Mayport CG 1. We'll be back in a moment on YourLiveEvent.com.
The YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Welcome back to the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union broadcast booth. Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro. For home, auto, business, life, and farm insurance, visit the agency in downtown Hillsboro or call 701-436-5777. Joe Lancella with you from Hillsboro. We go to the top of the third inning. Mayport CG. Shortstop Sawyer McGillis with a swing and a foul, and there will be room for the catcher Tyson Leshek to make the catch for out number 1. McGillis homered to left center his first time up. The only run of the day so far for Mayport CG. A run, 3 hits, 3 errors for Mayport CG. Hillsboro Central Valley, 4 runs on 3 hits and no errors. Connor Doctor looks at a pitch outside ball 1. Doctor struck out his first time up. Swinging a foul in the dirt, 1-1. 4 strikeouts by Chase Halfley, the Hillsboro Central Valley starter, in 2 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 hits and a walk, 1 run, and that was earned. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Doctor will be followed by third baseman Caden Hogfuss in the Patriot batting order here in the top of the third. That one got away, 2-2. Righty to lefty as Halfley deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 strikeouts now for Chase Halfley.
That is number 4, Caden Hogfoss.
Caden Hogfuss, the third baseman, stands in. He was called out and strikes his first time up. Looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Hogfuss, Hogfoss. That was inside 2-0. All the runs in this game came in the first inning. Mayport CG with 1, Hillsboro Central Valley with 4. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Catcher Easton Hansen on deck for the Patriots. That one got away and took a wicket hop, 3-1. And that's a called strike, 3-2. Nobody on top of the third. Patriots batting, trailing 4-1. Swinging a grounder, fielded by the shortstop Cotton. His throw is in time to retire the side. So an easy inning for Chase Halfley here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 2.5 on the Tim Cassett Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Mayport CG 1. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
With first-hand expertise and industry-best precision ag technology from Ag Leader. We've simplified precision farming with powerful tools to maximize profit opportunities like never before. No matter the size of your farm or the complexity of your field activities, Cutting Edge Ag is your local partner for a more profitable future. Unlock a new era of farming success with Ag Leader and Cutting Edge Ag.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
We go to the bottom of the third inning from Hillsboro. Burrows leading the Patriots 4-1.
Number 4, Austin Cotton.
And Hillsboro Central Valley with their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the third inning. Austin Cotton, the shortstop, to lead off, followed by pitcher Chase Halfley and first baseman Riley Richter. Off-speed pitch, high ball 1. Cotton reached on an error by the first baseman Weaver. He dropped a throw from the infield that would have been an out. Count is 2-1 now to Cotton. He'll be followed by Chase Halfley and Riley Richter. 2-1. Hit in the air to left, and this is deep, going back, and reaching up and making the catch is Bricker Johnson for the first out. Cotton hit that well, but Johnson equal to the task for the first out here in the bottom of the third. Now Chase Halfley, the pitcher, he reached on an error by the shortstop and came in to score in the opening inning. Pitch inside, ball one. Righty against righty as Alex Arsvold deals. That got the outside corner, 1-1. Arsvold winds. That curve broke in. 1-2. At least I thought that was a called strike. Swing a foul at the plate. Count holds at 1-2. Patriot outfield shallow in center, and they're pulled a little bit toward left. Swinging a foul again into the screen. Halfley hanging in there, count 1-2. But again, Judish, the right fielder, is way pulled over, conceding quite a bit of the right field line. 1-2 pitch, outside 2-2. Outside 3-2. First baseman Riley Richter on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows up 4-1, bottom of the third, nobody on. That swung and hit in the right field and caught by the right fielder Judish for the second out. Coach Alex Berry had his outfielder positioned in the right spot.
Number 15, Riley Richter.
That's out number 2. Still nobody on for the Burros. Brings up first baseman Riley Richter, who singled and scored in the opening inning. That was hit the mascot wide, ball one. Riley was another Good Student Award winner, recognized by R&J Broadcasting. Swinging a fly to center. Doctor was there to make the catch and retire the side. 6 straight batters retired by Alex Arsvold. 3 up and 3 down for Hillsboro Central Valley in the bottom of the third. After 3, it remains Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Mayport CG 1 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. More baseball after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
You know, parenting is hard for all of us. And so providing those little resources that we can share for those conversations that are hard to have and to kind of be that icebreaker for both professionals, parents, and then open up that conversation to the more engaging conversation that's needing to be had.
Being a parent myself, oftentimes it's the simple things that make a difference.
As a busy parent myself, just engaging with your kids, making it an everyday thing so they know that you're there, they can always come to you when those difficult situations do arise.
Contact Trail District Health Unit in Hillsboro for more information.
Easton Hansen, the Mayport CG catcher, swung at the first pitch, hit in the air to right field, where it was caught by Bryce Miller for the first out.
Alex Arsvold.
Hansen now 1 for 2. He had a single to start the second inning. That was Mayport CG's best scoring chance. They had the bases loaded with 1 out and could not get anybody home as pitcher Alex Arsvold with a swing and a miss for strike 1. Arsvold with an infield single his first time up. In the dirt, 1-1. Arsvold's ball, he hit a grounder that hit the pitcher Halfley in the foot, rebounded toward the second baseman Sunby, who had no chance to make a play. 1-1 pitches outside, 2-1. First baseman Samuel Weaver on deck for Mayport CG. There's a fastball missing low, 3-1. Halfley working quickly. Swing and a miss, 3-2. 4-1, Hillsboro Central Valley over Mayport CG. Outside ball 4. Second walk allowed by Halfley.
Now batting number 7, Samuel Weaver.
And apparently we're not going to see a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Arsvold. Here's first baseman Samuel Weaver, who grounded to first his first time up. First pitch is a fastball low. Ball 1. Burrows holding with the runner at first. There's a throw to first as Alex Arsvold gets back. Righty against righty. Swing. Chopper in front of the plate. Fielded by Leshuk. The throw to first in time for out number 2. And on the play, Alex Arsvold goes to second. That did not look to be a sacrifice at all, just the batter getting a piece of the ball, and not a very big piece at that. Now right fielder Case Judish, who walked his first time up. Case, a sophomore, has a runner in scoring position with 2 out. And he looks at strike 1. Second baseman Aiden Arsvold on deck for Mayport CG. Patriots down 4-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Strike called, 0-2. Halfley's allowed 3 hits and 2 walks, the 1 run on a home run by McGillis in the first inning, and he struck out 5. Fastball inside, 1-2. And the pitch, low and away, nice block, but the runner from second trying to go to third, and he's a dead duck. That ball got away a little bit from Tyson Leshuk, but not quite far enough. And that'll take care of things for the Patriots in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits. There was a walk, no errors, nobody left. Halfway through on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Mayport CG 1. More baseball after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
With us. Build with us. Ada Building Center, LLC. They offer estimates and drafting on homes, houses, shops, lake cabins, garages, and more. From start to finish, thank you for choosing Ada Building Center, LLC for your building material needs. 218-784-3661, Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada. To see their latest building projects, visit their Facebook page.
That winter weather have you feeling Make it less with the help of Mayport Hardware. They've got all the tools, tips, and tricks to make the most of your winter safety, projects, and fun. When the temps get too harsh to be outdoors, Mayport Hardware's games and toys can keep your family's spirits up. There's all kinds of ways to turn the of winter into yeah! Make memories this year with the help of Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
Our in-game update brought to you by Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. For home, auto, business, life, and farm insurance, visit the agency in downtown Hillsboro or call 701-436-5777. All the runs in this game have come in the first inning. Sawyer McGillis with a one-out home run for Mayport CG in the top of the first. In the bottom of the first, the Burros came up with 4 runs, courtesy of a couple of hits, 3 errors, a balk, and a wild pitch. And this in-game summary brought to you by Farmers Union agent Ryan Opdahl in Hillsboro. Count is 1-1 on Alexander Duffner, the leadoff batter for Hillsboro Central Valley here in the bottom of the fourth. Duffner struck out his first time out. That's low and away, 2-1. Duffner to be followed by third baseman Braden Chenault and right fielder Bryce Miller. Alex Arsvold in the wind. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Burrows have not had a hit since Miller's RBI single in the first. And we're in the fourth. Off-speed pitch. Missing outside, 3-2. Miller actually the last base runner for the Burros. Swing and a chopper fouled on the third base side. Benjamin Strand, nice job to knock it down. And the count stays at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Grounded, or hit in the air to the right side, foul territory, and that will leave the yard. Almost hitting a fan on the far side. Wrapped up in a down jacket. Still 3-2 to Duffner. Payoff pitch again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Alex Arsvold. 1 up and 1 down for the Burros in the bottom of the fourth. Now Braden Chenault, the third baseman, will stand in. He struck out his first time up. Swung on, fouled out of here, strike 1. Mayport CG in the fifth will have their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Swing and a slash to the right side, and that is a fair ball down the line. Chenault rounds first. The throw to second is high, and Chenault will stay there with a leadoff double. Fourth hit of the day for Hillsboro Central Valley. Runner in scoring position with 1 out for right fielder Bryce Miller. He singled a drive and a run his first time up.
Now batting number 13, Bryce Miller.
Well, we've seen the good and the bad of Coach Alex Berry's defensive placement of the right fielder Judish. He made a nice catch to rob Halfley of a hit, perfectly placed for that one in the third inning, but there, swinging a grounder to short, looks the runner at second back, throws to first, and out there. And a snap throw at first, or snap throw back to second, not in time. That is the second out. Chenault holding at second.
Now batting number 3, Elijah Small.
That was a close play at first. But Miller is retired. Now Elijah Smallbeck stands in. He struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I wonder if he is getting naming and licensing rights for using that bat that looks like a number 2 pencil. Swinging a foul out of here. 0-2. I mean, that's a pretty good gimmick there. Chenault, the runner at second with 2 out. Swung on, chopped, foul down the third baseline. Hogfuss will have to hurry, and he won't make it. Runners at the corners. Smallbeck with an infield single. 5th hit of the day for Hillsboro Central Valley. Advances Chenault to third with 2 out. Brings up second baseman Tyson Sunby. The second baseman was called out on strikes his first time up. Smallbeck with a lead at first. Alex Arsvold out of the stretch. That's low ball 1. Burrows up 4-1, looking to add to that here with runners at the corners and 2 out. Chenault's at third and Smallbeck at first. Throw to first, and Smallbeck dives back in safely. Burrows looking to go to 3-2 on the year. Low, and it gets away from the catcher. That will allow the runner at first, Smallbeck, to go to second. And that's a ball. Count is 2-0. I'm going to call that a passed ball because it seemed like the catcher had stopped that, but then the ball got away from him. Outside 3-0. Catcher Tyson Lushik on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. 3-0 is a called strike, 3-1. Alex Arsvold from the stretch. That's outside ball 4, and the bases are loaded. First walk allowed by Alex Arsvold. So Sunbee's now at first, Smallbeck at second, and Chenault at third. Brings up Tyson Lushik, the catcher for Hillsboro Central Valley, singled and scored in the opening inning and grounded to third in the second. Righty against righty. That swung on, hit well to left, and that's out of here! And as the late Seattle Mariners announcer Dave Niehaus used to say, break out the mustard and rye bread, Grandma. That is a grand salami. And the lead is now 8-1.
Now batting number 4, Austin Cotton.
Lushik with a grand slam. And it's now 8-1 as Chenault, Smallbeck, and Sunbee all come in to score. Base is empty now for shortstop Austin Cotton, who reached on an error and scored and fly to left. Swung on, popped in the air left side. Coming in, the left fielder, Bricker Johnson, has it to retire the side. Hillsboro Central Valley put up a 4-pack in the bottom of the 4th on the grand slam by Tyson Lushik. There were 3 hits, a walk, no errors, and nobody left. Burrows haven't left anybody on base in this game. After 4 complete in the Tim's Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 8, Mayport CG 1. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the True Grade Pull-Type Bulldozer Blade from Degelman Industries. At 34 inches, the True Grade is the tallest pull-type bulldozer blade in its class. Our streamlined design will make cleaning ditches, grading roads, digging ditches, leveling fields, and moving snow easier and more efficient than ever. The Degelman True Grade, engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
After 4 complete, Mayport CG a run on 3 hits, 3 errors. Hillsboro Central Valley 8 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up for Mayport CG in the top of the 5th inning. as right fielder Case Judish looks at a pitch low for ball one. Case walked his first time up. Against Chase Hafley, the Hillsboro Central Valley pitcher, now with an 8-1 lead as we go on the top of the fifth. 2-0 count, low and away 3-0. Judish to be followed by second baseman Aiden Arsvold and left fielder Bricker Johnson, the 8-9-1 hitters in the Patriot lineup. Called strike, 3-1. Couple of guys playing catch in the Mayport CG sideline behind the first base dugout. The third base dugout. Swing. This is hit in the air to the right side, and that is going to be off the dugout roof. Count goes full 3-2 to Judish. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. 6 strikeouts now for Chase Hafley. 1 up and 1 down for Mayport CG in the top of the fifth. Brings up second baseman Aiden Arsvold, who struck out his first time up. Bunt down the third baseline. Picked up by Chenault. His throw not in time. Bunt single for Aiden Arsvold. 4th hit of the day for the Patriots. Their first hit since Aiden's brother Alex Arsvold had an infield single in the second inning. 1 out, a runner at first for the top of the Patriot batting order and left fielder Bricker Johnson. He's grounded to third and struck out in 2 trips. Fastball in for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. (8-1) Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows 4 runs in the first inning, 4 in the fourth on a grand slam by Tyson Lushuk. That missed low, 1-1. Mayport CG's only run was a home run to left by Sawyer McGillis in the first inning. Aiden Arsvold, a short lead at first. Throw to first. He'll dive back in safely in plenty of time. And time called. Very late call for that timeout. And the home plate umpire took a couple of steps over toward the Mayport CG dugout. 1-1 to Bricker Johnson, runner at first. Swung on, that's line into center field for a base hit. Aiden Arsvold will stop at second, so back-to-back singles with 1 out for the Patriots. Here in the top of the fifth, in a game they trail 8-1. Now Sawyer McGillis, the shortstop, hit a home run to left, a solo shot in the first inning, and then fouled out to the catcher in the third. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Richter at first base, not holding with the runner Bricker Johnson. Hafley looks at second, now time called. (8-1) Hillsboro Central Valley. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1 after 1 low and away. Or check that, 0-2. Mayport CG coming into today with a 1-1 record. Strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. That's the second out and the 7th strikeout for Chase Halfley.
Now batting number 24, Connor Doctor.
2 down for the Patriots brings up center fielder Connor Doctor, who has struck out twice. Runners at first and second, swing and a miss, strike 1. Aiden Arsvold at second, Bricker Johnson on first. Righty against lefty. Off-speed pitch, that caught the outside corner, 0-2. Nice shot by Halfley, who's allowed just 4 hits today. The 0-2 grounded to the right side, the first baseman Richter Fields, and Halfley coming over off the mound to cover at first for the out to retire the side. Mayport CG threatened in the 5th. No runs, there were a couple of hits, no errors, 2 left, and the Patriots have stranded 5. After 4.5 on the Tim Kazed Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 8, Mayport CG 1. More baseball after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
You.
To join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
great rates
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong bank, strong communities.
The City of Hillsboro invites you to make Hillsboro your home. If you're looking for a new home or a job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. Enjoy a quality family life with community, education, church, entertainment, and more. For all neighbors and those driving through the region, we welcome you to come and shop with the businesses in Hillsboro. If you have questions related to services available in the City of Hillsboro, contact the Hillsboro City Office at 701-636-4620.
We have had a lot of position changes from Mayport CG here as Hillsboro Central Valley come to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sawyer Doctor has come into the game to pitch, moving from center field. The pitcher, Alex Arsvold, is now at first. Well, where did he go?
Leading off for your Burros, number 2, Chase Halfley.
Lost him in the sun or something. Anyway, Samuel Weaver moves from left field, or from first base to left field. Bricker Johnson moves from left field to center field. And, Alex Arsvold is now at third base. And the first pitch from Connor Doctor to Chase Halfley, the Hillsboro Central Valley pitcher, is low for ball 1. Halfley reached on an error and scored and lined out to right in 2 at-bats. Swing and a chopper in front of the plate, foul ball. 1-1. Halfley to be followed by Riley Richter and Alexander Dufton in the bottom of the 5th for Hillsboro Central Valley. Off-speed pitch, caught the outside corner, 1-2. Alex Arsvold in 4 innings gave up 6 hits, 8 runs. Got to figure out how many of them are earned. He walked 1 and struck out 5. Low, 2-2. Righty against righty. Doctor chops it fouled on the third base side. Nice stop by Burrows coach Benjamin Strand. 2-2 now to Heffley. Off-speed pitch outside, 3-2. Mayport CG in the 6th will have the middle of their batting order up. Hogfuss, Hansen, and Alex Arsvold. 3-2 pitch. Swing, and the ball dropped by the catcher. Heffley is going to run to first, and he will be out. Strikeout for Doctor. That scored 2-3. Catcher to the first baseman. Because if strike 3 is dropped, you've got to throw the runner out at first if there's nobody on. Now Riley Richter, the first baseman, stands in. He looks at fastball just outside ball 1. Riley singled and scored in the first inning and fly to center in the third. Two and 0 now to Richter. Low 3-0. Swinging a fly ball foul to the left. Count goes 3-1. So Richter had the green light on 3-0. Swing down the third baseline, fair ball. So Richter with a base hit. Hit number 7 for the Burros. And hit number 2 for Richter on the day.
And the pitch run is number 11, Griffin Mitzel.
Griffin Mitzel will come in to run for Richter at first.
And batting is number 9, Alexander.
This brings up center fielder Alexander Duffner, who has struck out twice. He will want to avoid the hat trick. Mitzel a short lead at first. Low and ricocheting off the catcher's equipment. That's going to go all the way to the backstop, and a wild pitch puts Mitzel on second. Each Patriot pitcher is now throwing a wild pitch. Arsvold had his in the first inning. That allowed a run to the score. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Not a really convincing swing by Alexander Duffner. Third baseman Braden Chenault on deck for the Burros, who lead it 8-1. That's in the dirt. That stopped well by Easton Hansen. 2-1. Mitzel with a leadoff second. Doctor looks over there. And the 2-1. Low 3-1. The runner at second going to third. And he's in there safely. The ball got away a little bit from the catcher, Hansen. But when Mitzel started to run, it was one of those things where I'm sure fans were saying, oh, no, oh, no. Oh, yeah, he made it. Okay. So Mitzel now at third, the infield coming in for Mayport CG, and a 3-1 count to Duffner. That's chopped. Nice stop by McGillis at short. The throw to first, and a nice stretch by the first baseman, Hogfuss, for out number 2.
Now batting is number 10, Braden Chenault.
And so Mitzel holds at third. Brings up third baseman Braden Chenault, who has struck out, and then doubled and scored. Looks at a pitch, low ball 1. 8-1, Hillsboro Central Valley over Mayport CG. North Dakota Region 2 baseball on yourliveevent.com. Swing. This is in the air in the left center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Chenault will score, and that'll make it 9-1.
Now batting number 13, Bryce Miller.
So Chenault with his second hit of the day, his first run batted in. This will bring up Bryce Miller, the right fielder, who has singled a drive in a run and grounded to short. Doctor with a throw to first. And just getting back in safely. Chenault looked startled at first, but then was able to just get back in safely. And I thought that little bit of hesitation might have cost him. But it didn't. Now the runner goes. Here's a swing in the left center field, and that's going to go in for a base hit. And that's going to go to the wall. Here is Chenault rounding third, and he'll score in a double to make it 10-1. Miller with an RBI double. Second run of the inning for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Now batting number 3.
9 hits on the day now for Hillsboro Central Valley. Now Elijah Smallbeck, the left fielder, stands in. He reached on an infield single and scored his last time up. Fastball, low ball 1. Now with a 9-run lead, swing and a miss, 1-1. Miller at second becomes the drive home safe everybody run. If he comes around to score, that'll give the Burros a 10-run lead. And we're in the 5th inning. Game's got to go at least 5 for the mercy rule to come into effect. Two and 1 to Smallback. Grounded slowly to second. Aiden Arsvold has it. Will throw to first to retire the side. Hillsboro Central Valley, 2 more. In their half of the 5th on 3 hits. No errors and 1 runner left. That's the first runner the Burros have stranded today after 5 innings. On the Tim Cassett Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 10, Mayport CG 1. We'll be back after these words on yourliveevent.com.
In the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsboro.
Parenting.
Chase Hafley's first pitch to Caden Honkfuss of Mayport CG is a called strike. And that's a called strike also, 0-2. Honkfuss now playing first base. After starting the day at third, he has struck out and grounded to short. Chase Hafley still on the mound for Hillsboro Central Valley. After 5 innings, Mayport CG a run on 5 hits, 3 errors. And there is strike 3 called. 8 strikeouts now for Halfley.
Now guys, number 19.
And Hillsboro Central Valley 10 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Now Easton Hansen, the catcher for the Patriots, stands in. Swinging a miss, strike one. Hansen has singled and flied to right into at bats. Patriots got their 1 run in the opening inning on a home run by Sawyer McGillis, called strike 0-2. Then in the second inning, the Patriots loaded the bases with 1 out but couldn't get anybody to score. Outside 1-2. Hansen be followed by third baseman Alex Arsvold. Whoa. Behind the batter, that got away 2-2. And the count goes full 3-2. Reaching out for one and fouling it off to the right. That better not hit my car. Payoff pitch grounded to third. Chenault Fields throws a little high and off target, but is able to get the runner. Now they're calling him safe. The throw was wild, but they're going to say Richter missed the tag. Tristan Bremer will be the courtesy runner. Chenault will be called for an error. That's the first of the day against the Burros. And I'm sure there's some discussion. It seemed that Richter had applied the tag to Hansen running at first, or even saying possibly that he was running out of the baseline, and Hansen in his defense could say that he was trying to avoid getting hit by the wild throw or the first baseman, but we're going to let things stand where they are.
Now guys, number 21, Alex Arsvold.
So a runner at first and 1 down for Mayport CG here in the top of the 6th. Brings up third baseman Alex Arsvold, who began the day as the pitcher for the Patriots. Throw to first. Bremer is back. Arsvold has reached on an infield single and walked, officially 1 for 1. He's also been caught stealing today. There's a strike in the outside corner. Bremer's a pretty aggressive runner. He had a stolen base running for Hansen in the second inning. Missed the outside corner there, 1-1. Righty against lefty as Chase Halfley deals. Runner goes. Here's a throw to second. And that throw was right there for an out. Out number 2. Two to 6 on the put out there. Leshek to Cotton covering at second for the second out. Nobody on now. Swing of the 2-1 pitch, grounded slowly to first. Richter will jog to the bag and make the play and retire the side. So, Mayport CG in the 6th. No runs, no hits. There was 1 Hillsboro Central Valley error and no runners left. After 5.5 on the Tim Kazet Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 10, Mayport CG 1. More baseball after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
So providing those little resources that we can share for those conversations that are hard to have, and to kind of be that icebreaker for both professionals, parents, and then open up that conversation to the more engaging conversation that's needing to be had.
Being a parent myself, oftentimes it's the simple things that make a difference.
As a busy parent myself, just engaging with your kids, making it an everyday thing so they know that you're there, they can always come to you when those difficult situations do arise.
Contact Trail District Health Unit in Hillsboro for more information.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Another pitching change for Mayport CG as Sawyer McGillis will move from shortstop to the mound. And Connor Doctor will move from pitcher to shortstop. That'll be his third position of the day as Doctor started the day in center field. So Connor Doctor in one inning gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch. The 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Hillsboro Central Valley. Tyson Sunby, the second baseman, will start it off, followed by catcher Tyler Leshuk and shortstop Austin Cotton. Sunby looks at strike 1. He has struck out and walked and scored. 0 for 1 officially. Swing and a pop to the right side. The catcher might have been fighting the sun, but Easton Hansen with the grab for out number 1. The sun has started to find its way here to Hillsboro. Now Tyson Leshuk, the catcher, who reached on an infield single and scored, grounded to third, and hit a grand slam his last time up in the 4th inning. 10-1, Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows batting bottom of the 6th. There's a called strike. Mayport CG will have the bottom third of their batting order coming up in the 7th. Left fielder Samuel Weaver, right fielder Case Judish, and second baseman Aiden Arsvold. Now, if the Burros can push across a run here in this bottom of the 6th, that would end the game of the 10-run rule. That got away, went behind Leshuk. Count is 2-1. Swung on, speared very nicely by the third baseman. Alex Arsvold with a nice play for out number 2. Getting that low line drive. 2 up and 2 down for the Burros here in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up shortstop Austin Cotton, who has reached on an error and scored, and flied to left twice. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Mayport CG got their only run in the 1st inning on a home run by Sawyer McGillis, who's now pitching. Hillsboro Central Valley, 4 in the 1st, 4 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitch missing outside, 1-2. Hillsboro Central Valley back at home on Monday, but instead of playing Midway Minto, they're going to play Grafton instead. Curve missing inside, 2-2. Mayport CG's next game will be on Monday as well. They're going to Hatton to face Hatton Northwood. Low and away, 3-2. And the Patriots, who scored 22 runs against Hatton Northwood on Monday, may wish they'd saved a few of those runs for today as they're trailing 10-1. Payoff pitch. Popped up left side. And the shortstop, Doctor, makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for the Burros. In the bottom of the 6th. Nothing across after 6 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 10, Mayport CG 1. We'll be back after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
We aren't just a town, we're a community. one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Hillsboro Central Valley with a pitching change. Riley Richter is going to move from first base to the mound. And where that leaves Chase Halfley, I'm having a look. Burros only have numbers on the backs of their uniforms and not the front, so it's hard to tell
Leading off for the Patriots, number 7.
who's where. Okay, Bryce Miller is now playing first base. So we have a new right fielder. And the first pitch to left fielder Samuel Weaver is outside ball 1. Halfley going 6 innings, giving up 5 hits. The 1 run on the solo homer by Sawyer McGillis, walked 2 and struck out 8. Very nice outing. Strike call 2-1. 10-1, Mayport CG trailing. Swing and a foul, count evens 2-2. Patriots need to get something going, and in a hurry. The 2-2. Swung on, foul back into the screen. We're still at 2-2. Hillsboro Central Valley 3 outs away from going to 3-2 on the season, with Mayport CG dropping to 1-2. Richter's 2-2. Strike 3 called. So Weaver down on strikes. Richter gets his day starter with a strikeout. Now Case Judish, the right fielder, stands in. He has walked and struck out and looks at strike 1. Swung on, hit in the air to center field. Can of corn, as they say, for Alexander Duffner, and that's out number 2. So the Patriots now with 1 out left. And second baseman Aiden Arzval will stand in. He has struck out and reached down a bunt single. Aiden looks at a pitch high and outside ball 1. Center fielder Bricker Johnson on deck for the Patriots. That one missed 2-0. Richter looking to finish this out. He would not get a save as he comes in with a 9-run lead. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded to Richter, bobbling it, but has time to make the throw to first, and that will end the game.
That's your ball game. JV game will be about 20-25 minutes. Be sure to
And
come out and get some
Mayport CG in the 7th, nothing across.
hot chocolate and coffee ready to go.
And our final on the Tim Kazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 10, Mayport CG 1. We'll have the totals and more after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Grow with us. Build with us. Ada Building Center, LLC. They offer estimates and drafting on homes, houses, shops, lake cabins, garages, and more. From start to finish, thank you for choosing Ada Building Center, LLC for your building material needs. 218-784-3661. Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada. To see their latest building projects, visit their Facebook page.
Welcome back to Hillsboro. Joe Lancello with you. The final totals for today's game. Hillsboro Central Valley, 10 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left. For Mayport CG, 1 run on 5 hits. They committed 3 errors and left 5 on base. The winning pitcher, Chase Halfley, going 6 innings, allowing 5 hits, 1 run, that was earned. That was the solo homer by Sawyer McGillis in the first inning. Halfley walked 2 and struck out 8. Riley Richter pitched the 7th inning. A 1-2-3 inning with 1 strikeout. Taking the loss for Mayport CG is Alex Ersvold. He went 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 8 runs. I've got just 4 of them being earned, with 1 walk, 1 wild pitch, and 5 strikeouts. Connor Doctor pitched the 5th inning, giving up 3 hits and 2 runs. They were both earned. No walks, 1 wild pitch, and a strikeout. And Sawyer McGillis pitched a 1-2-3 6th inning. And getting things started with this one, Mayport CG opened the scoring with 1 out in the top of the first when Sawyer McGillis hit one over the left field fence. But that 1-0 lead didn't last for very long as Hillsboro Central Valley came back in the first to score 4 times. They had 3 hits, but they were also helped by 3 Mayport CG errors. A throwing error on the catcher got 1 run in. A balk produced a 2nd run. A wild pitch brought in the 3rd run, and then an RBI single by Bryce Miller made it 4-1 after the first inning. Then in the 4th inning, the Burros loaded the bases with 2 out, and Tyson Leshek hit one over the left field fence for a grand slam that made it an 8-1 lead. And the Burros would add to that in the 5th inning with a couple more runs. Braden Chenault with an RBI single. He had 2 hits on the day. And Bryce Miller with his second hit of the day. That was an RBI double. And his second run batted in of the day. And that ended the scoring, making it 10-1. As Lushuk, Richter, Chenault, and Miller had 2 hits apiece for Hillsboro Central Valley. And let's see, our player of the game, whoops. I thought I had put that in here. Drat. Our player of the game brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Player of the game going to be Chase Hafley of Hillsboro Central Valley with a strong outing on the mound. 6 innings, giving up 1 run, 2 walks, 5 hits allowed, and struck out 8. Chase went 0 for 3 at the plate, but he did score a run. Our precision play of the game brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag of Hillsboro, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com, planterdoc.com. Precision play of the game, I'm going to go with the Tyson Lushuk Grand Slam in the 4th inning. That turned a 4-1 game into an 8-1 game in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. And our connection of the game brought to you by HTC. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. And our connection of the game, I'm going to go with the Bryce Miller RBI single in the 1st inning. That gave Hillsboro Central Valley a 4-1 lead. And that would be pretty key for the Burros as they would eventually build that lead to 8-1 and then finally to 10-1. Our connection of the game brought to you by HTC, proudly providing internet, phone, cable, TV service to the rural areas and to the local communities throughout the area of the Red River Valley. Hillsboro Central Valley goes to 3-2 on the year. The Burros off until Monday, where they will play Grafton here. The original schedule had Hillsboro Central Valley taking on Midway Minto, but instead it'll be Grafton coming here for a 3 o'clock game on Monday. We'll have that here on YourLiveEvent.com. Josh Boyko calling that game for you. As for Mayport CG, they are off until Monday as well, where they will go to Hatton to take on Hatton Northwood. Patriots now 1-2 on the year. Hillsboro Central Valley is 3-2. And that will do it for us this afternoon from Hillsboro. Thanks very much to all of our sponsors. We hope you will thank them with your business and tell them you appreciate us being able to bring you high school baseball on YourLiveEvent.com. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Joe Lancello. The final score once again from Hillsboro. Hillsboro Central Valley 10, Mayport CG 1. Have a good night. Have a safe Easter weekend, and we will talk to you later. Good night, everyone.